Hello everybody, my name is Nicole and I'm a technical analyst and private investor. And today, seeing as President Biden is holding his climate change virtual conference on World Day or whatever they've decided to call it, and would you believe it, even his Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, has muscled in on the theme, making this one of the priorities of her job as Treasury Secretary. I mean, really talking about, oh dear, hullabaloo. Anyway, so let's look at the dollar. I've brought you three charts, but basically keep in mind that foreign exchange has been pretty steady this year so far, against the majors anyway. There's not much going on. In fact, if you look at the dollar index, it's been trading around a mean of 95 against majors since 2015, and it's just traded 6% either side of that. Now it did sort of get to one of the extremes, but let's just look at the pound against the dollar cable, as it's called. And this is one of the oldest foreign exchange currency that's been transacted over the years. This is a daily chart, and you can see that from Christmas last year, the pound had been rallying from about $1.31 per pound to $1.41 and a bit per pound. Subsequently, to February's brief spike high, I must add, it traded down in a very neat channel. Above all, I think you would agree that all the moves here have been very neat. And this is obviously reflected in the volatility and implied volatility being used at the moment. This week, we managed to break above the top of the channel, above the top of a skinny cloud, and we're trying to break and hold above this top of the cloud. And I think all of these things lead me to believe that the move down in the pound, and don't forget that all of this coincides with the full-on Brexit that started in January. I think the move down is a correction, and the main trend is to a stronger pound. Let's see what other currencies say. So my second chart is of the Japanese yen. And this is a weekly chart going back to the beginning of 2019. So we've got a lot more history here. And I think just standing back and thinking about things, there have been precious few trends in this market. About the best thing you can say is that you're sort of hovering, swinging, sometimes dramatically, sometimes less so, between 103.5 yen per dollar and 111.5 yen per dollar. What we've seen now this month is a harami, where on the first of the red candles lies inside the first one. This is called a pregnant pause, and it's paused at the trend line from 2017. We've now ducked under the trend line resistance since 2016. I think we're on our way back down again to 103.5. And now the third chart is that of the Swiss franc. Again, it's a weekly chart going back to the beginning of 2020 and the start of the pandemic and all the things that have been going on since then. And you can see that the rally in the first quarter of 2021 retraced 61% of the previous decline in the value of the dollar. We have a bearish Marubozu, in part an evening star. Again, a correction, and the trend is to a weaker dollar. See you next week.